We'll maybe wait for some people to filter in. I think we're live. Hopefully.
Oh, I see us.
Oh, yay! It's working! Now, this is the part where we wait for any issues to happen.
Well, I see.
But we started on time, which is great.
Looks like the chat's there. It looks like the bracket's there. We're both there. Taylor's there. Your logo's there. Like,
I got it all. I did good with this setup, and this was fairly rushed. So if anyone's tuning in currently, and hopefully it's not just us.
That's what happens when you're...
But I also feel like we would probably just do this as a YouTube thing, regardless of whether or not it was live.
This is just our Instagram chats just on video.
That's right. We're just taking our obsessive chats and putting it elsewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like it. This is great. So welcome everyone to the Taylor Swift Folklore Evermore song bracket. So it's the ultimate showdown to figure out the best song from both of these recent albums that have been masterpieces, right? Both of them.
Yeah, and it's wild because we did a bracket in like the spring.
Mm-hmm.
And neither of these albums were out yet. I don't know when that was. Was that May?
May. Yeah. I checked back because I was trying to find the clip of us fighting about the last song. Which is interesting because I feel like we won't have as much to disagree on in this. Well, maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
We don't know, but maybe we'll just start this off by like, what were your thoughts on both albums? Like now that Evermore is still very fresh in our minds.
Yeah, and
we're all still in the honeymoon phase.
Talking to someone today, I never stopped listening to Folklore like until Evermore came out. I was listening to Folklore like I swear like almost every day, and it was like because it came out and then there's the deluxe album or whatever with the lakes, and then like a little while later the thing on Disney Plus came out and it had its own album where you could like listen to both versions, and then I rewatched that the other day. And then it was like all of a sudden, here's Evermore. And it's, Evermore, it's fresh in my mind, but it's also like, it was less of a surprise because it's in the same vein as Folklore, right? Like Folklore was such a departure from Lover or from any other album.
Was it ever?
And then, at least when Evermore came out, it's like, oh, right, I've already heard her like this. I've already heard her with these writers or producers or whatever. Exactly,
yeah. Yeah, it was... And people are still kind of expecting a third, or the fans. Yeah. I'm just like, can we give the girl a break?
I'm at the point now where I can't expect anything. It's like I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, seriously though.
We don't. The way that she's announced the last two, it's just like all of a sudden they're out, and it's like there's no time to prepare yourself or to there's no single, and then all this stuff going on for months like. With Lover, I think Me came out in like the spring, and You Need to Calm Down came out in like June or something, and the album didn't even come out till August.
Yeah.
So you kind of had months to get ready or prepare yourself or whatever.
Yep.
So these ones we've had from like 9 a.m. until 1 a.m. to get ready.
Right? I know. It's insane.
Some late nights.
Oh my gosh. Did you stay up for all of them? Like
I did the last 3. So like I did Lover, but I think you were doing a reaction.
I did a reaction. Lover. So what's interesting is like I chose not to do a reaction for oh my god, why can't I I'm just like trying to figure out where to post this link on my Unintoxicated.
I'm watching this window dance around.
I'm just can't figure out Facebook right now. It's so complicated to me. It's just like, oh my gosh, I need a second. Really, is what I need is a second me with me at all times.
You need a producer, right?
I truly do, or like a production assistant.
We say that with our podcast all the time. Like, we need someone to just like
focus on just the
and
tech,
take pictures and like
yeah,
because that's what happens. Like, I'm the audio guy, so I'm setting up and like. I go back and listen to our podcast after I release them, and I'm like, I didn't even hear us talking about these. And sometimes it's me talking. I'm like, I don't remember talking about this at all.
Isn't that wild?
Because I'm watching the meters on the recorder, and I'm like, making sure this guy's phone is buzzing and this guy's twisting the cable funny and this guy's not holding the mic up to his face and yada
it's
yada.
so much multitasking as a podcaster if you're doing both things.
You don't even realize it till later, and you're like, oh man, I missed all of this stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty surreal when you listen to your episodes back. You're like, was I even talking? Was I even present?
Yeah, and then Phil's taking photos throughout the whole thing. I think Tony's the only one mentally carrying the episode half the time.
That's so funny.
So we need like some kind of producer.
Both of us.
Yeah.
902 BrewCast and Intoxicated is hiring for a production assistant.
Hiring's a really strong word though, because
hiring, you'll be paid in alcohol maybe and compliments.
We do have alcohol generally, so.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, going back to the reaction thing. Yeah, I chose not to do a reaction for Evermore because number one, it just happened so randomly and I just didn't have time to do it. But also too, it changed how I consumed it. I found I was very hard on Folklore when I had to do it in front of a camera.
Well, I think like I don't mean you, I just mean in general, like people who, if you're on the spot, like you kind of have to feel like you need to come up with something, whether it's critical or whether it's whatever. It's just like
you have to be on, like very. You have to kind of know what the song. Like I didn't put together the trilogy in the moment that I listened to it. Like it was stuff like that, and then like Swifties are still coming for me, being like, "This is what this song is about, man." And I was just like, "This was my literal first reaction."
Yeah.
Like anything, you have to consume it a couple times, like to really understand.
I'm still picking up stuff, like she's very good at weaving stuff in and out and stories and in little Easter eggs and yada yada and references to prior work, and
it's just
way
so
too
intricate.
much to try and take on your first listen to be like, this is what I think. Like, who knows?
That's right. So we're gonna get into it because we have a lot to go through because both these albums had, well, one had 16 and one had 15. I think they were slightly uneven.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So for the purpose of the bracket, I did choose one Evermore bonus track to include, which is like, that kind of sucks because I've hardly consumed that track. I'm like, you're not getting picked, but you're in it.
You're in trouble. You're in, but you're not really.
So
in.
just for the sake of making the numbers even, but both of these albums were very long albums.
Yeah, and like longer than we are used to from her, right? Like a lot of I forget how long they are, but like usually they're like 13, 14. Like to get 15, 16, once you get to the bonuses, you're into even longer. Is like, it's a long listen.
It's pretty insane. A lot of the criticism that I've heard is that they're too long and that they could have been like, there are certain songs that could have been cut. That could be another cool live stream, is to like redo the albums, like 10 song pick or something like.
And I think that's part of what's going to happen is when you are writing them in such a short period of time and you're releasing them, you don't have as much time maybe to self-edit, like they're all really fresh. You're like, oh, I love all of these. Like they all have to stay. Whereas if you're working on it for years, a lot of artists will say they've got a record of 12 songs. Maybe they wrote 30 for it and they've gradually pared it down. But with these, maybe it's just like, especially with Evermore, it's like, there's probably bits and pieces she's had stored in her phone forever, but at the end of the day, they all probably came together pretty quickly. That's
right. Yeah, it's pretty insane how much work she's done. It's pretty wild.
It's wild. Like if you look at 2020 on the whole, like Miss America came out in January of 2020, I think. And then there's been 2 albums that came out. The Paris City of Lover thing came out in 2020, the Disney Plus thing, and then, who knows? Maybe there's going to be more stuff. Like I know Aaron Dessner posted from Long Pond Studio a few weeks ago, so I don't know whether that means just regular recording, like because some of these were recorded there, but
she must just be constantly working because she's also re-recording all those old albums, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like pretty insane.
I'm also insanely excited for.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's gonna be wild. So okay, let's go. We're gonna
for real this time
get into this bracket. And for anyone who is watching, I don't think we have a lot of viewers right now, but there should be a link. Actually, a good idea for me to do is I should paste this link in the chat. You should be able to see a link in the description of this live stream to actually do it on your own too. Obviously, keep watching us too.
I see it.
But pull it up on both things. Pull it up on your phone or something. And this will also, maybe I'll share this out after we're done too, to like other Swift fans to be like, here's a bracket, you know, like, because Swifties are crazy. Taylor Swift fans are insane about Taylor Swift.
They are.
And like, we're very intense and we're a lot. So,
and I think it's like we've been conditioned to be that way. Like between the Easter eggs and the surprises and the whatever, it's just like everybody's got their tinfoil hat on all the time.
Truth. Very
like
true.
when we were talking about before Lover came out, so this is like 2 years ago or something, when she was like posting, like people were counting like the holes in the fence in that one picture and like how many steps were in one picture and like buttons on the couch on another one. It's like,
yeah.
And then she totally trolled us later on, was like, now there actually is 5 holes in the fence, when she posted 5 days before Lover came out.
Oh boy. And then the whole what was the name of the third album that got leaked, or the potential third album? What was it? Garden
Wood something wood?
Wood. Oh yeah.
Woodvale?
Woodvale. There we go.
That's the thing. It's like we're all just like always on edge looking for any little hint.
Yeah.
And we're almost always wrong.
True dat. Okay, so first match is Cardigan versus Willow. So the two first singles. Do you have any immediate thoughts? Because I'm going Willow.
I'm also going to go Willow.
Really?
I tried to go Cardigan in my mind, but like I like Willow a lot. It's funny, you sent me the first round matchups, but I didn't know how they were going to fill in the rest of the bracket. So mentally, I haven't done it a ton because I didn't know what would pair up with what in the second round. So
well, that's the thing, right? Like we can pick our picks now, but they're going to go up against ones we love. Like this is the easy part.
This is really easy.
Picking these, and then the next one will be even harder because we're going to have to pick ones that are like the ones we love against the ones we love kind of thing.
Especially because we didn't seed them like a sports bracket would be. So you could end up with like 2 of your favorites early on against one another and 2 that you don't really care about early on. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. And
I should say that I built this sort of based on your suggestion, which was album song versus another album, like Folklore song versus Evermore song. And I tried to pick ones that were similar-ish.
Yeah.
Or had things in common. You'll see as the bracket goes on. But for me, it's Willow. I feel like Willow just has a better melody and it's catchier and it gets in my head more. It's Cardigan's a nice chill song, but it doesn't get in my head.
Right. Like these were both the lead-off singles.
Yeah.
Right. But and you know, historically, me and I think a lot of fans aren't in love with a lot of the singles anyway. But yeah, no, it's Willow for me.
Willow for me. It's very I don't know. It's just such a good song. So that was an easy one. If anyone in the chat disagrees with us, feel free to put your thoughts out there to defend Cardigan. I remember like my response to Cardigan when I first heard it was just very like, oh yeah, it's a nice song.
Yeah, it's a nice song. And like, we'll get to it later, but like The One and The Last Great American Dynasty are way better songs. So it's like, I find when I'm listening to Cardigan, I'm just like, can we get to track 3? Like, let's move it along.
See, that's so interesting because I disagree on that statement.
Sweet.
Here we go. Okay, so we both agreed on Willow. No one's going to argue it in the chat, so we're going Willow. The next matchup is The One versus Closure.
I just first want to start out by defending the drums in the beginning of Closure.
A
lot of fans are hating on them, and I like them a lot. Like, I saw like a TikTok the other day of someone like banging pots and pans together. Like,
I didn't even realize that was a thing.
It's like it's like drum samples. I think it's done by Justin Vernon. I think I looked at the credits once, but yeah, I love them, and a lot of people really hate them. So
that's funny. I have so I paired these two together because I consider them kind of outliers in a weird way. Like, they're cutesy. Mm-hmm. Both of them are cutesy. I'm going to say something here that's going to get me in trouble, but I'm not a big, like, the one is so, like, even on my Folklore ratings, it's so down so low. And it's a song that so many people, like, in the fandom, I feel like it's a song that a lot of people pick as, like, one of their top 3, like.
Yeah, I'm not quite
songs.
there, but I think, like, I like it a lot. And I think that if you had a person like that, like, I think it's definitely easy to latch onto if there was, like, if you had a person that was, like, you could have been the one.
Yeah.
Certainly I can see that being a thing if that was you, but.
Yes. That's true too. It could just be a very much so personal thing, but also too like the one and the same with what was the opening track on Lover? I'm doing fuck.
Oh, I forgot that you existed?
Yeah. It's similar, like cute, but like I need more.
At least like I forgot that you existed is kind of hooky, like in the terms of like a pop album, and at least like kind of has like a fun little playful melody. But
yeah,
I'm gonna go Closure on this one.
Really?
I like the one, but I'm going Closure.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, no,
because that's my choice too, and I feel like, gosh, if we had fans watching this, they might. I feel like Closure isn't talked about at all, and
it's not.
It's not good. A song people talk about. It was one that I liked right away when I heard it. Maybe more so for the lyrical content than the actual melody, but also gets in my head. And I also love the line, I'm fine with my spite and my tears and my beers and my candles.
Yeah.
Which is like playing into the fact that all women are witches now.
Yeah.
And we're all sad witches. She's playing into that.
Yeah, she's like released like witch versions of Willow and stuff. Like she's
the
definitely
dancing witch.
Into it. Yeah,
dancing witch. Like candlelight witch. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Taylor must have crystals by her bedside. She's getting into witchy stuff, I think.
The biggest shock to me is that Jack didn't work on Closure.
That is shocking.
Like at all. Like he didn't produce it. It doesn't look like he played anything on it. Like I think for the most part on this album, the only things Jack worked on were Gold Rush and Ivy. And
really?
Yeah, it was a lot of Aaron Dessner.
That's wild.
But yeah, anyway, I first listened to it and I messaged somebody and I was like, this feels like Jack, and it wasn't. So
wow.
Shows what I know.
Interesting. So we're both going Closure on this, and again, speak now or forever hold your peace in the chat. If you're the One fans, which I feel like there's a lot of them, but we're cutting it real quick in this round.
See ya.
See you later. Okay, so Closure. Here we go. Next matchup: the Last Great American Dynasty and No Body, No Crime. I put these two together because they're the fun songs of each.
This is so hard. The Last Great American Dynasty, every time when it first came out, we listened to the song obviously all the time, like the whole album. But my wife really liked that song, and now every time it comes on, my son is like, "That's Mummy's favorite song." So it's like suddenly like it's adorable when it comes on.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you thinking here?
Oh gosh, that's tough too. Honestly, No Body, No Crime is such a bop. It's truly so fun and different, and like I really want to see a music video for this song. I'd love to see one for The Last Great American Dynasty too, but again, it's just a little too chill for me. I like the bop factor with No Body, No Crime. I like the story behind it. What were we saying that we compared it to?
Well, it's like there's like the Goodbye Earl, like the Chicks song about like killing one of their husbands or something.
Right.
It's like that kind of modernized.
Yeah.
I think I have to go No Body, No Crime as well. There's also like at the end of the song when she sings the word policy, like good thing the mistress took out a big life insurance policy. Like it's like this little country like note on there, and it's so good.
There's some twang.
Absolutely. I think like Haim, like as much as like they're pretty buried in the mix, like they definitely add like a cool sound.
I just love Nikki Glazer's video about that, about how like just kept telling them to be quieter. Because you truly can't hear them in it.
No, it's totally they're pretty buried, and I think like if you look at Lover, like the Chicks are pretty buried on Soon You'll Get Better.
Yeah.
It seems like a thing with a lot of features, like even like 2010 or something, Taylor Swift sang on a John Mayer song, and she's totally buried in the mix there too.
That's
like,
so annoying. Like, if you're going to be featured on a song, we should be able to hear both people.
I know. At least, like, I wish that Haim had, like, got to sing, like, a verse or something on their own.
Yeah. That would have been amazing.
Like, Breathe. Like, I wish it was, like, Breathe. Yes. Like, Colby Calais is pretty good on Breathe.
Yes.
I don't know.
It's like a good combination of both of them, but I do love the song. It gets in my head. It's catchy. Last Great American Dynasty is great. Like, I love she had a marvelous time ruining everything. I love that whole part.
And I love how it's like she eventually brings it back around to like herself and her house. Like, that's the first time through. Like, that's a super cool twist. Like, the song is great. And on the Disney, like the Long Pond session, like the piano part that Aaron plays through the chorus is just like unreal. Like, that's a sad one that I think like there's a lot of matchups I would have picked Last Great American Dynasty over another song, but it's got to go here.
Oh man, we're deep into Evermore, Kyle.
I said this earlier. I think like it's going to be Evermore heavy. I don't know if it's recency bias or what, but
here we go. This is a good discussion one. Exile versus Evermore. So the two Bon Iver collabs from each album.
This is tough too. They're all tough. I don't
See, this isn't tough at all for me.
Really?
This is the easiest decision that I could have ever made. It's Exile. Exile all the way. Here's why. His part in Evermore feels awkward to me. It feels jarring.
It feels like Bon Iver though. Like when he sings in full voice in Exile, I'm just like, what are you doing here? Who are you?
I feel like it's gonna be that way for it because he just has that such a unique voice. But I feel like it fits. I don't know. The song changes when he sings on Evermore.
Yeah, but like in a good way.
See, but I don't know. I like Exile way better, but like I just feel like Exile is probably gonna be my winner. If I had a winner of the best song on both, probably calling it now. Might be calling it too soon, actually. But Evermore's good. It's at the bottom for me. Ooh. It's at the bottom of my Evermore rankings.
I wish I could like really listen to them right now and make a better judgment.
Right?
I would have gone Evermore today, but now you're talking me out of it.
Well, just think. Okay, like and here's the thing. Like I go by how I feel when I hear a song, and Exile has never. I could listen to that song 10 times a day, and it still gives me chills. It still makes me feel. It's that chaotic feeling. Like, I don't know, it's just the perfect song in my mind in terms of what she did with it.
Well, I like that, like, Joe was involved in the writing of it. Like, I think that's fun.
Yeah. He was involved in so many songs. That's so crazy.
Oh, man, it's weird. The end of Evermore, like, when Bon Iver comes in is just so good for me.
See, I don't like it.
Oh, I'm here for it. Yeah, where's
I don't know if it's because it weirds me out when he goes high. That could be it. I like the low brooding.
Okay, no, I'm going Exile. I just listen to them both. I think like the alternating, like taking turns, like sharing verses or whatever, like
it's just magic. It's magic.
It's so good. Just and the vocals follow the piano and stuff. Yeah, okay, fine.
All right. I mean, if anyone, no one's written yet, so you know, that's just how it's gonna be. So Exile.
Exile, moving on.
Ooh, this is hard. Okay, the 2 track 5s.
Yeah, track 5s.
My Tears Ricochet versus Tolerate It.
Tears Ricochet, I think, is a Jack Antonoff song. I think.
Is it? Oh yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Tolerated is. Whew.
This is tough for me.
It's heavy.
This is really. I hate that I'm picking so many Evermore songs, but I think it's tolerated, and for me personally.
I think tolerate it also for me, and I think as much as it's not always what I think about, it's from like a lyrical perspective to me. Just like the story, what she's written is too good.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah, I'm begging for footnotes in the story of your life. Slayed every part of me.
Yeah.
It feels moodier. I don't know. You just get that feeling of a woman at a table trying to get the attention of somebody, and them not caring. My Tears Ricochet is like, I feel like Folklore was truly a pandemic album. Like, it's perfect for that state of mind, that feeling of isolation and stuff.
Yeah, especially,
and it's
like,
a beautiful song.
Yeah, especially when it came out, right? Like, it was very, very. The album was very timely.
It's a hard one because I think My Tears Ricochet was in my top 5 favorite Folklore songs. And I think in Long Pond, didn't they say that, like, didn't Jack say, like, it's the best song you've ever done? Which I thought was a little bit, I don't know about that.
He produced it. I feel like he's maybe tooting his own horn a little bit on that one.
That could be it. That could be it. It feels too... Yeah. I feel like Tolerated is a song that more people can relate to.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? Like, it's talking about a feeling that I think a lot of people have been through. So for me, it's Tolerated.
Yeah, I'm going to go the same.
Jeez, we're agreeing on everything, aren't we?
There's just not as much, like, history, I guess. I don't know. They're all recent.
I know. Well, that's... And I actually, like, listened to Folklore more in prep for this because I wanted to get back into Folklore.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know. I just... Okay. Oh, my God. Okay.
No, I like it. We're in a good spot.
Mirror Ball versus Ivy.
Both Jack Antonoff songs, I believe. Mirror Ball. I'm gonna go Ivy. I'm not gonna.
Me too.
I've never loved Mirror Ball that much.
It doesn't get any love whatsoever.
I like it on the Disney thing a lot. Like, I like the performance of it. I love her talking about how she came to it, like the story of the song and like what's behind it, like her trying to, maintain what she's always done in the midst of all of this and all that stuff. But like, I just find the melody boring.
Yeah.
And the very first line, like the first verse, like or the chorus, I guess, it's just like the melody doesn't move enough for me, and it's just, I don't know. I don't dislike it.
It's cute.
I don't dislike it, but I like Ivy a lot.
I like Ivy the best because of just for the sheer amounts of time that she says goddamn.
Yes.
She says goddamn so much in that song.
Yes.
I love it. And it just, I don't know, it's very folky. It makes me want to like walk along like the Highlands in Scotland. Like, I don't know, I just picture it's... Yeah. It puts you in like an environment, like, and I really sense like UK vibes with it, and like green totally. And the wilderness and fog, and I don't know.
I know she's like spending time up in like the Lake District or whatever in England, but yeah, there's a lot of goddams, isn't there?
There's a lot of goddams, and I love it. I'm here for it. I don't think Ivy gets enough love from the fans, to be honest. And
it's like kind of the flip side to Illicit Affairs, right? Like, that's what people have been saying. It's kind of like the...
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's what I'm thinking
of, like from the other side perspective or something. Anyway. But
it's been given to another...
Maybe.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I hadn't even put that together.
But I find it's just good. There's a lot of like you said, like it, for some reason, like you can picture things when this song is playing. Like you can.
It's a
for
feeling.
some reason, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's very visual. I truly love it. Oh, my friend Erin is now watching on Facebook. Sweet. Erin, do you have any thoughts on Mirror Ball versus Ivy? Because Kyle and I have been agreeing this whole time, and we need some conflict in this live stream.
We do.
We need some people who could make us try to think of it differently.
I know last time I changed my mind on a couple as we went through, but I don't know.
Yeah, this is I think I like Mirror Ball better than most people like Mirror Ball, but it doesn't beat Ivy for me.
Yeah, I don't have anything against it, but it's just not my jam.
Also, I noticed that a lot of her merch has a lot of Ivy stuff in it. Did you ever look at her merch store?
Yeah. The US one. The Canadian one has like 2 shirts, and then that's pretty much it.
No love for us Canadians.
None.
Sweet. So we're gonna move ahead unless there's any objections to Ivy winning this round. I just think, oh man, this is really making me think that Evermore's the better album, but who knows? Oh, Erin said that she's obsessed with Mirror Ball. Interesting. See, again, this is a song that I feel there's like a lot of hate for Mirror Ball, and like it's not talked about either. And same with Ivy. It's not talked about.
And like I don't dislike Mirror Ball, but it's never quite done it for me. Like the lyrics are really good. I think like the song is good. Like I think if you looked at it as if like it were like a poem or something, like if you just read the words, you'd be like, oh, this is really good. But I just don't feel like it translated that well to the song.
Yeah. I do like the connection between like all I do is try.
Yeah.
And then to this is me trying. I kind of like that connection. Yeah. And I do like the concept of Mirror Ball, probably even better than Ivy. But I don't really know what Ivy's about. I just really like the feeling it gives me. I like the melody of it better. I like the imagery. I just think it translates. Yeah, you're right. It translates a bit better. So
yeah. Also, it's a Jack song, so you're in.
No surprise there. Okay, moving forward. Ivy wins. And Ivy wins in Kyle and I's bracket. I mean,
that's right.
Whatever you guys like. This is.
You guys can do your own.
Erin says she loves the lyrics of Mirror Ball. Yeah, they are beautiful lyrics.
They're very good, especially when you listen to her talk about how she came to them, like in the pandemic and everything being canceled and whatever.
Yeah,
like, that's really great.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, ooh, this is a hard one. 7 versus Gold Rush.
These are probably my least favorites on both of them.
It's pretty down there for me too.
Someone I work with or used to work with, like Gold Rush is her favorite song on Evermore.
Gold Rush is a lot of people's favorite.
And I just can't get there.
What is it about Gold Rush that you think?
I don't know. It's just I've always found it like almost like kind of forgettable. Like it's never stuck with me. Like I would struggle to come up with a lot of the lyrics. Like I've listened to Evermore enough times that I feel like I probably know all the words to almost all the words to almost every song. But like Gold Rush, like I would be in a bad place if I tried to come up with those.
Yeah.
And I guess that's just, oftentimes I have it in the background, like I'm working or I'm in the car or the kids are playing and like I just have it on. And even having it on however many times I've listened to it, I still like, I don't know, it never clicked for me.
I would agree. I don't know if it's because I feel like the song doesn't flow.
Yeah.
Good together. I feel like the verse and the chorus are 2 different songs.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, but like it just feels too a little too all over the place for me, whereas 7 I think feels I think the reason I like 7 more is it feels very nostalgic. It feels very like singer-songwriter 90s.
Yeah.
Like I'm going 7.
Yeah, I'm going to go 7 as well, but like if something else was against 7, I probably would have
exactly
whatever that thing was.
Well, that's
like
just it.
But I think like hearing her talk about like being a kid and referencing Pennsylvania and just like the melody's interesting and there's kind of like yeah, I like the chorus of 7. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go 7.
Oh, also I saw a TikTok that compared it to the beginning of Out of the Woods because she's saying picture me above the trees.
Okay.
Because she's out of the woods.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know. Sometimes I think these deep cuts are a little much.
There's a lot of stretching in some of those, but
oh, Aaron agrees with 7. Perfect.
okay,
Perfect.
We got a few agreements at least.
Okay, the next round, the next match is August versus Dorothea.
I'm gonna go Dorothea. I don't even have to think about it that much. I like Dorothea a lot.
I don't. Okay, I'm going August. So now we got some conflict.
Now we got some fun.
Okay.
I really like Dorothea.
Hey Dorothea, you really that part bugs me. I'm sorry. She rhymed Dorothea with Bia.
You gotta make the rhymes where they fit.
It's
or where they don't.
Too cutesy for me. And August is cutesy too. But
yeah.
Yeah, Dorothea was one of the forgettable ones for me on Evermore.
I like it a lot.
Oh my gosh! So now we need Aaron. Aaron, you have to break the tie on this.
Tiebreaker.
You are the tiebreaker. August. I did not like August at first, and it slowly grew on me. That fucking bridge where like you weren't mine to lose, like where it picks up like that.
The bridge is good. And watching Jack play it on the Disney thing is worth the price of admission on its own. It
truly is. He loves it so much. I just think it's such a memorable song. And to me, Dorothy is just too cutesy for me.
I love it. I'm sticking with the cutesy.
Oh, here we go.
I could go like I can see where you're coming from, and I like August a lot, but I gotta stay with my pick here.
I've seen a lot of rankings have it be their number 1. Actually, I saw a TikToker rank her entire discography, like her entire all songs, and it was like in his top 5 of all time.
Yeah, really.
Dorothea.
I tried to do that, like a ranking, like I was gonna write like a big long thing, and I listened to discography a few times through, and I got my rankings together, and then Lover came out, and I just like fell apart and didn't do it. And
that's the next stream. We have to allocate a couple hours and do that.
Because I was trying to like rank them all, so I listened to every song, and I was giving them like a rating out of like 5 stars, and then I was gonna try and go through and like rank each of those levels of 5. Anyway, it was a whole ordeal.
That's insanity.
And at the time, there was like 100 songs just like on the albums, not including like bonuses or movies or whatever. And I mean now there's gonna be 150 or something. Like it's been 3 albums since then.
I think Aaron is leaning towards August. Aaron, can you confirm if that's your pick between these? Because you're the tiebreaker.
It's hard.
Well, wait, because she said August. I love the vocal flips.
Yeah, those are very good. No, I'm not changing, but I thought about it briefly, but it's not doing it.
I do. There's parts of Dorothy I really like. Like Dorothea.
Yeah, I like how like it kind of floats along, and I didn't like August like much at all when it came out, and I've kind of come around to it now, but I didn't either.
I didn't like I didn't like the whole storyline, the school story. Like I just was like, I'm an Exile girl. I don't care about Betty and like
right.
And then, but I think it's maybe it's because August is from the perspective that I'm used to.
I think like the middle of the album I didn't love for a while, like the whole stretch from like Mirror Ball or even My Tears Ricochet through like Mirror Ball 7 in August, like that just seemed like a weaker stretch to me. And like I'm coming around to it. Like I listened to Reputation today, and like nobody can slander Reputation anymore. Like that's just a good album.
That should be another bracket that we should do.
Because like no, it got a lot of hate early, like especially from the lead off single and whatever, but like it's good.
I
It's still
love
good.
Reputation. I love Reputation. Oh,
And, like,
that's another stream.
I went to the Rep tour, like I feel like I have like an attachment to it.
Would have been such a good tour. Okay, I think Aaron's going August, so I think August
right.
takes it. I'm sorry, so sorry.
It's okay.
But also not sorry
I'll
because that was
live.
my pick.
So the way that this bracket works now, right, is we're going back up to
we're
the
going
top
back.
of the left side.
That's right. So we're going to finish the whole left side, get an ultimate winner from the
Interesting.
left, and then go over to the next. So now it's Willow versus Closure.
I'm sticking with Closure.
Ooh, I'm going Willow.
Really? No, I like Closure a lot.
Oh, damn. Okay,
Okay.
now we need another tiebreaker. Audience, you got to chime in.
This is getting hard now.
This is now going to get hard. And I like Closure too, but I think song-wise, production-wise, I like Willow way better than the production on Closure.
Yeah, I think that I'm just leaning the other way. Like I think
Aaron chose Closure.
Oh, I got one.
Holy shit. Okay, so that means Willow is out of the mix.
I got to bring up the Facebook chat here
And
see what's going on.
people, if you, feel free, anyone watching, feel free to chime in. We are live on my personal Facebook, Sarah McClellan, and on YouTube. So chat wherever, and I'm checking both actively here, so I will see your chat for sure. But
Yeah,
feel
Aaron's
free to
got all
chime
the
in. But
power
as of
here.
now, Aaron's our only audience member chiming in, so she gets the third vote.
She's got the power.
So Closure is moving forward.
All right, I got it on my phone now, so I can watch the Facebook comments.
Let me tell you that this is no question. It's Exile. Nobody, No Crime versus Exile. You can't. Nobody, No Crime is a fun song. Okay.
I know it is a fun song. Exile is the better song.
Yes.
Like it's the better written song. It's yeah. Ugh, that hurts. I love like that whole like girl country vibe.
Oh, it's great. But if there could only be one. This is like Desert Island. You can only have one song from both these albums. Like, that said, I mean,
I will never lose the picture though of Justin Vernon in like that mask in the Disney thing when he comes in out of nowhere, just like with this whole bandana situation. It's like scary.
Aaron agrees that it's Exile. So
All
that's
right,
a three
whether
person.
I voted or not, it's going.
I'm so
through,
sorry, Nobody, No Crime. It was really fun to have you on this ride, but you're no
road
match
ends
for
here.
Exile. Ooh. Oh no. I didn't predict this.
You made it.
I know, right? But I made it based on the first row. I didn't really think ahead.
Aha.
Tolerated versus Ivy. Oh no. This is tough. But it's Tolerated for me.
It is tolerated. It's gotta be. The bridge is too good.
Yeah.
Just the whole idea, like, yeah, no, it is.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, Aaron? Let us know what you think. But I mean, we both agreed, so that's just what it's gonna be. But let us know what you guys think of Ivy versus Tolerated. I think
Just like tolerated is so good. Like the whole picture of like someone just like absolutely trying their best at every opportunity, and just like continuously being, you know, either whether it's ignored or whether it's, you know, put down or whatever. It's just like that's just too good. Like it's gotta.
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Aaron said I like Tolerated. Ivy feels more like early Taylor. And I
That's
just
fair.
thought to myself, you know what would a good mashup be? Is like Ivy with like Breathe or
Ooh.
something. Like
Yeah.
like it's that kind of air. Like so
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's
yeah,
our
Tolerated is so good. Okay, Tolerated, it's moving on. Sorry, Ivy. I love you. 7 versus August. Come
Okay,
on.
taking August.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
Who are we? Who would we be if we picked 7 over August?
Can you imagine?
We call ourselves Taylor Swift fans.
I already
And we
forget
picked
what
7 over August?
I already forget what 7 beat. Like, that's... I don't care.
So, yeah, it is definitely August. Like, no question whatsoever. That's... okay, here we go. Now we're getting down to the wire here.
This is getting tricky.
Closure versus Exile.
Oof.
I'm shocked Closure has made it this far.
Thanks, Aaron.
Aaron said Exile, and I'm saying Exile.
I'm gonna say Exile.
Yeah, that's
Just like, yeah, no, it's got to be.
It's just too good. August versus Tolerated. Wait, didn't we just do that?
No, it was.
It was August versus 7. Okay, August versus Tolerated.
Right.
Oh, this is.
I'm still gonna go Tolerated.
Do you think?
Yeah,
That's shocking
for me.
We need some audience feedback here because it's feeling too easy, and I don't like how easy this is feeling.
Are you going the same way?
I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to listen to August in my head right now. I can see us lost.
I've listened to some songs while we've been recording this. Like, I open my Apple Music and I'm just like playing them while I'm thinking.
Right, just to kind of trigger the memory. Oh, Aaron picked August, so it's on me now. It's on me to figure out. Oh god.
Now you're the tiebreaker.
This is hard. I think just because I do. I'm not a huge fan of cutesy songs, so I think Tolerated's gonna take this one.
Yeah, the bridge is too good to let it go.
It is, and the bridge in August is great too. But it's just, I don't know, like young love, and like it just, I don't relate to it as much as Tolerated. So I'm so sorry, August. This one hurts. I don't like this at all. I feel like Jack Antonoff is disappointed in me. All right, here's the showdown. So this is the ultimate showdown. It is Exile versus Tolerated. And they're both so damn good. They're both so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, this is not easy for me, but Exile is it for me. Like, it is really hard to beat Exile, so I'm going Exile. Aaron picked Exile too, by the way.
I think I'm gonna pick Exile as well. It's just a really good song. Like, it's the piano melody and then the vocals that are on it. It's just, yeah. And that's hard though. That is hard, but it is what it is. I still have regret. I'm still waffling on picking Evermore the first time through against Exile, so I don't know.
Oh man. Okay. He's gonna hate me. Oh no, he picked Exile too, so we're all on the same page, I think.
Yeah, no, I think we're good.
We are good. All right, we're into the second half of this bracket. And it is This Is Me Trying versus Happiness. And I have an insane love for This Is Me Trying. And I actually think Happiness is one of the most boring songs I have ever heard.
I really like Happiness.
Great message. Boring song.
Yeah, I'll buy that. I don't know.
It's what I call a snoozer. This Is Me Trying. I I don't know. I just love everything about it. I love everything about it. I love the build up. I love the feeling. I love a mental health aware Swift.
Yeah, I think that like definitely like her talking about that on the Disney thing, like that is, you know, it's an important message. I think it's something that like it's good for people to realize that like the shit show that you're seeing may be like the absolute best that person could pull together at that moment. And like, you know, you're definitely not aware of what's going on.
Yeah. And I think I think happiness is that's where we want to be. We want to be in that happiness song where we realize all the good and we realize, you know, that you do matter and people are happy because of you and you make people happy. But it's just like I said, I love the message of happiness, but as a song and as an experience, it doesn't hit me like This Is Me Trying hits me.
No, yeah. The happiness bridge rules. I will stand a Taylor Swift bridge till the day I die. And
remind me again about the happiness bridge. How does that start?
It has the line like, "I pulled your body into mine every goddamn night."
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
like, great.
Yeah, it's deadly.
Aaron said happiness is boring.
But I think like This Is Me Trying is a really good song, especially once you kind of consider where it came from for her. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that song's too good.
Song's too good. This Is Me Trying takes it.
Before we talk about Mad Woman, I just really want to talk about how much I love how much she swears now.
Yeah.
Like listening to Folklore for the first time, and it's just like F-bomb city end to end. It's like, this is fantastic. And then Evermore is even more. It's, yeah.
Exactly.
Nobody likes happy music. That's harsh. That hurts.
I agree, Aaron. It's like I often say, like, whenever Taylor Swift album comes out, I'm like, I can find the sad people instantly based on their song choices.
Yeah.
But that side, like,
yeah.
Well, that speaks to Taylor Swift's like songwriting because she's very happy right now, but she still has the ability to write these songs that are sad and about heartbreak. And
did you watch her Tiny Desk concert on NPR after Lover when she was like finding out she could still write breakup songs even though she wasn't sad?
Yeah. This is a particularly hard matchup for me because I love both these songs so much. But I don't think I don't think I've fallen in love with a song more than Cowboy Like Me. I love it so much.
Also,
and I don't know why I love it so much. It's not something that I would typically like.
It's got the uncredited Marcus Mumford from Mumford & Sons on it.
Yeah. It's just so good. I love Mad Woman. I love it. I truly do love that song. But I don't know. Cowboy Like Me is like, it just reminds me of Christmas time. Maybe it's because it came out around then. But like, it's cozy. It's like, there's a story there. Like, I don't know. I love it so much. And I feel like it doesn't get as much love from anyone.
Not from Aaron.
No? Oh, what did Aaron say? Oh, shit. Mad Woman because I hate cowboys. Well, this is the thing. I don't even really like, because there's definitely a country twang to this song.
I think you can see I think there's evidence in Evermore of her like revisiting her old stuff. Like I think that you can tell like she's been going through the re-recording. She's been, whether it's like in that mindset or whether it's just like more country-y arrangements or whatever, like you can tell that those things are in her head.
Yeah. So this
I'm gonna go Cowboy Like Me.
Oh,
it's.
Do you have a reason why?
I don't think so. Mm-hmm. I don't have one. Mm-hmm. Just it's like I just feels like I think like that's my split second reaction. Like when they come up, it's like that's the one, and I can talk myself out of it sometimes. But I think that. I truly believe in the love at first listen rule, which had happened for me with Lover, with Cruel Summer. You can see it in my face as I'm reacting to it. I fell in love with that song on the second line.
Like, the second line she sang, I was like, okay, yeah. Same with this one. As soon as the chorus hit, I don't know. I was just like, this is going to be one that I'm going to re-listen to over and over and over again. I instantly remembered it after, like, it's just, you can't beat that kind of feeling. I really had to ingest Folklore way more than I did Evermore to love it.
Yeah, I think, like, I assume it happens to you. Like, the next morning, people are messaging you, like, what do you think about this? Like, what are your favorites?
Which ones
whatever.
We do it live all the time.
Yeah, and it's like, that's one of the ones that, like, I remember. Like, the next day, I was like, oh, I liked this song, I like that song, I like this song. And just, like, I haven't listened to Mumford & Sons for a long time, but the harmonies and stuff that he has on there, like, his voice is, like, just really adds this cool richness and, like, this,
so good.
yeah.
Cozy. It's like, it
is.
Cowboy Like Me is a cup of hot chocolate.
Yeah.
It really, really is, even though it has kind of a little bit of a sad story in it, a little bit. But I love it. Okay.
I also used to show horses, so I personally am just taking offense to Erin's comments.
I hate cowboys.
I don't know who she is, but...
Sorry, Erin. Okay, we're moving on. Cowboy Like Me takes this round. And the next round, this is brutal. Illicit Affairs versus Champagne Problems.
There are people out there who are saying that, like, Champagne Problems is, like, her best song. I'm not one of them.
Seems like every time she releases something new, it's always the best.
It's in the same key and the same progression. I think I talked to you about this as All Too Well, and people are, like, doing little mashups of it. And it's like, it's not really a mashup. It's like, it's the exact same song, just with different words. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I could see her doing, like, a melody of, like, All Too Well, Champagne Problems, and New Year's Day. Like,
yeah.
Because the piano is the same in all those songs.
Right. Yeah. And then, like, it's the same progression as the chorus of Love Story, and it's the same progression as the verses of We're Never Getting Back Together, and it's the same as Are We, like, Out of the Woods. Like, it's a progression she likes.
Yeah.
I like Illicit Affairs a lot.
I do too. But I don't think... and it sucks because, Illicit Affairs is so good. Don't call me kid. Don't call me baby. Like, that's
Erin
just such a
picked
powerful
Illicit Affairs.
bridge. But the Champagne Problems bridge, I think, puts it above Illicit Affairs for me.
Also, like, the line, tell your friends you went for a run, you'll be flushed when you return, is just, like, a spicy opening.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ugh.
Which is weird for me. It's weird for me to pick Champagne Problems, by the way, because Illicit Affairs I relate to on a hardcore level. And I've never had someone propose to me, so...
Neither have I.
Like, it's strange that I'm going with Champagne Problems, but, like, is it her best song ever? No. But it is on my top 3 from Evermore. Let's see what Erin's saying. So Erin is saying
No.
Illicit Affairs.
I'm going with Erin.
Oh,
I'm picking
no!
Illicit Affairs.
Oh, no!
I think I have to.
Are we serious? Champagne Problems is losing right away?
I don't know. I like Illicit Affairs a lot.
If anyone is watching this, because
Somebody
remember,
else can
if more people chime in, the audience vote is whatever the majority of the audience thinks. Come on, people. Champagne Problems.
Just like I don't know. Illicit Affairs is too well written to let go. Like, the whole, like, shows its truth one single time, but it lies a million little times. Like, that's no.
Oh, I know, and you showed me colors. I can't, like, that line.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's so good. Fuck. It's just really hard. I don't like this matchup. I don't know why I did it to myself.
This is the first round, so you literally just did this, didn't you? Oh, no. Yeah, you did this to yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so Erin went illicit. You went illicit.
I did, yeah.
So unless anyone else in the chat, unless 2 people can speak up for Champagne Problems.
To defend the honor of
It's
Champagne
unfortunately going to get the cut, and that's shocking to me. Shocking. But it's fair. But it's one of those things too where I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like I understand why it's getting cut. I don't like that.
I just like the whole language, like the clandestine meetings and stolen stairs. Like it's just like the whole thing is just cool to me.
If we're talking bridges, I think Champagne Problems has the better bridge.
It does. But I mean, yeah.
It's man.
No,
okay.
I'm sticking
All right,
with it.
we got to move on. The show has to continue. I can't be mad forever. Invisible String versus Long Story Short.
This is fun. They're really different songs.
They are. I heard a lot of people saying that Long Story Short shouldn't have been on Evermore.
It definitely seems like a little out of place.
Yeah. I feel like it would go on Lover really well.
That's what I was about to say. Like it definitely like it's kind of like a Paper Rings-y vibe. Like
yeah,
just like that poppy.
Yeah. Invisible Strings is fun too, but I think Long Story Short is a bop. Like it's a true
really
bop.
is a bop. Yeah.
And Invisible Strings is cute. But I'm gonna go Long Story Short. That's my pick.
I am too, and only because I'm not gonna think about it much. Because now that we're doing this, that we're getting into the bracket, like it's gonna match up against Illicit Affairs. So I'm not sure either of these are gonna beat that. So I'm not gonna think about it too much.
No.
I don't want to get in. I don't want to.
Oh no.
Nitpick to death.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think in these cases you do just have to go with your gut. Oh, yeah. And Aaron agrees, Long Story Short. So that's pretty good indication that we are making the right decision. So that's
it's peer reviewed.
That's good. That was a quick one. So we're gonna go Long Story Short.
Yeah.
Ooh, Margaery versus Epiphany.
I have to go Margaery.
Same.
My
Same.
This came out like around the anniversary of my grandfather dying, and it's about like her grandmother. Yeah. And it's like I was not in a good place for a few days, so I gotta go that way.
What a powerful song Margaery is.
Because she has like her grandmother like singing at the end of it, like her grandmother was an opera singer or whatever. So there's like,
for anyone who doesn't know that, that's
song.
Powerful as shit.
She's literally on the song.
She's literally on the song. Did you watch the lyric video for it with like the footage with her grandmother?
I don't think so.
Oh, Kyle,
I should do that.
That's gonna destroy you.
Okay, I'll do it later.
Because it's like old pictures of her like as a young woman and growing up,
yeah.
and then they have like pictures with little baby Taylor, and it's like with her piano and. Yeah, I actually, I don't know if I can listen to the song without at least welling up.
Yeah.
I
have a coworker who's like a Taylor fan, and oddly enough, her grandfather died around the same time. We're like messaging each other on like our work instant messenger, like
yeah,
not working right now.
What a beautiful, there's no question, and I'll be honest, Epiphany's boring. It's a snooze.
It's weird.
It's a snoozer.
The whole war thing. That's Epiphany, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just,
see, you got it mixed up with Peace, right? Because those are the two like.
Well, Peace, at least like the bass part is interesting, but yeah, Epiphany is it's a little forgettable for me. It seems weird, out of place or whatever.
I would agree. Okay, and Erin said Margaery too. She said, "Yep, I'm cold-hearted, and even I almost cried watching the video." Yeah, you got to watch that video. It adds a whole other element to it. It's crazy.
I do not need another element, but I'll do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this I think might be this one might be hard for people. This is Betty versus Tis the Damn Season. I think for the fandom, like the songs, like these are two favorites, I think, for fans.
Yeah.
It's Tis the Damn Season for me. I think Betty's too cutesy.
I really enjoyed the people like texting their hometown exes thing on TikTok with Tis the Damn Season lyrics. That was so fun to watch.
We could call it even. Yeah.
And some of them are like really genuinely replying, and some of them are like, "What? Are you drunk? Like, are you back in town? Like, what's going on?"
I love it.
The thing is, like, I can't pick up my guitar for the last 6 months without playing Betty.
And that performance she did was so good.
Yeah.
Was it Grammys or it was just her and the guitar?
The AMAs. The Grammys were postponed.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they were supposed to be in February. I think they got bumped.
Yeah. It is.
Wow.
It's a great song. I don't think it can. Tis the Damn Season.
Tis the Damn Season is the best.
So catchy,
and I guess like that's what this is.
Fuck. We're so Evermore heavy in this.
We are. I think I knew that was going to happen.
It's really making me think that it's the better album.
I think that like I feel like it is. I think like there's some good ones, like there's some really good ones in Folklore. Like I really love some songs, and like obviously Exile is going far on the other side. And I think like This Is Me Trying has been good in this bracket, but I think like Evermore is.
I feel like Folklore has more snoozers than Evermore does.
Yeah, like I said, like the middle
issue.
part of Folklore is it's not bad, but like that Mirror Ball through August, that those 3 in a row I find is like a bit of a slog sometimes. Then you get to the end and it's like, you know, Epiphany, I could take or leave sometimes.
Peace, Hoax.
Yeah,
they're
it's
all
just like
very sad, slow.
It could have been a
songs.
shorter album, maybe.
I think that's the main issue, right? We've been exhausted.
And I think it's just like, yeah, I don't know what it is.
I feel like I could rebuild both these albums and just rearrange the tracks. That would be a fun thing to do. Like group the tracks together in a way that makes sense for an album.
Ever since I was like a kid, like I've always had this like mental thing of like what the next song is at the end of one song. I think if you rearrange them, it would throw me off so much I wouldn't be able to handle it. I don't think.
Yeah,
I like
weird, right?
Like I remember like when we first like, I think you're maybe a little younger than me. I can't remember, but like I used to have like you have like Napster and like CD burners or whatever, and you'd make like mixed CDs, and there's like ones that I made in like, I don't know, like the year 2000 or something, that I made these mixtapes, and I still remember like the order. Like if I hear like one song, like I still remember what the next song was on that CD I made 20 years ago.
It's so strategic.
And I think like if you rearrange these now, like I would be in a bad place.
That's very, very
like,
true. That's so true.
Like I can't do shuffle. Like if there's like an album on shuffle, like I just.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I remember that actually happened with Evermore when we were listening.
Yeah,
because I
like,
listened to it.
Song. I was like, how did you get that far?
I listened to it. I don't know what happened. I think it was shuffled. I think it was shuffling the songs.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit! And then I literally had to like kind of start all over just to like get
I was
the
on
full
like
experience.
track 5, and you were like, yeah, I just listened to Cowboy Like Me, and I was like, what?
So Erin says that she's a bigger Betty fan. I like Folklore more. I like the lyrics on Folklore more. And she says that she only uses shuffle. She doesn't listen in order. You just triggered Kyle.
A little bit. I've like spent so much time in recording studios like trying to figure out like sequencing and
right. That's okay. So she's saying Betty and I'm saying, did you choose yet?
I chose Tis the Damn Season.
Okay.
But I think it's the better song. I think like in terms of like literally just like the better song. I think that's what I have to go with. But
here's my question: will you still like the song not around Christmas time?
Yeah, I don't think it's a Christmas song.
Okay.
I think she shoehorned it into like the Apple Music and Spotify like Christmas albums this year, which is like brilliant on her part.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Tis the Damn Season takes it.
But like, yeah.
I'm pretty shocked at how good Evermore is doing over Folklore on these. Peace versus Coney Island. Coney? Yeah. Coney Island, I feel like, isn't getting the praise that it deserves. I think it's a great song.
It's really good. And I think, like, I saw a thing, I think it was probably on TikTok. I don't. You may have even sent it to me of this guy talking about how like a lot of Coney Island you can hear maybe she's like referencing previous relationships that may have been brought up by all the re-recording process, which I find really interesting. And like I think, yeah,
it is like she mentions the birthday, the happy birthday, the Jake Gyllenhaal from the moment I knew.
Yeah, and then like she references Paint Your Bluest Sky the Darkest Gray, like that's
Dear
a reference
John.
to Dear John. And then there's the car accident in Style.
Yes. I just realized we're going to get a Dear John with a 30-year-old Taylor singing it, and I don't know if I'm ready to hear that.
That's going to be interesting. I was thinking about that. Maybe it was when we were doing it, I guess, back in May. And like I'm the same age now that like John Mayer was then, and like I'm trying to think of like how weird it would be to date someone that's like 19.
Right? Isn't that madness? Oh, I love Dear John so much. So Aaron's saying Coney Island. And I'm going Coney Island
Coney
too.
Island.
Over Peace. Peace was a snoozer. I think I actually drifted off in my reaction to Peace. And then I got a lot of shit from people because they're like, it's such a meaningful song. I was like, a song? Listen, I can appreciate the meaning behind the song, but if it doesn't keep me awake, I'm stepping forward.
Yeah. Peace. I love the bass part in Peace, but I'm going to go Coney Island regardless, but Hoax, it's time to go. So it's time to go is the bonus song, right?
It is.
So yeah.
So Coney Island's taking it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Ugh. Okay. Let's see what's next. It's Time to Go versus Hoax.
Fun quick fact, Halifax tidbit for you. The Stillwell logo is like based off of the Coney Island Ferris wheel.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. At least I shouldn't say based, inspired by, I believe.
Interesting. I also love Coney Island because a lot of Mr. Robot is shot there. Yeah.
Oh, really?
It has a like, I don't know, just the idea of Coney Island is very seems very nostalgic, and even though I've never been there, but this is hard. I think I have to go Hoax with this one just because I'm not fully in love with It's Time to Go yet.
So It's Time to Go. I really liked it when I first heard it, but it's like, it kind of feels like it belongs on a different album. Yeah. Like, I think that's part of it. I'm going to go Hoax. I like Hoax a lot, actually.
Yeah. I think we're just doing this for numbers.
Oh, there's someone that's been DMing me on Instagram. I didn't notice.
Oh my god. Catch up.
They can't comment. She said illicit affairs over champagne problems. So
okay. Well, we made the good choice then. We made the right choice. All right. Oh, this is
spicy.
Oh no.
That's a tough one.
Oh no. This is me trying versus Cowboy Like Me. This is cruel and oh god.
Oh, Christina's joined the chat.
Oh, amazing. Okay, Hoax. Good.
She just messaged me to see if we were still going. So.
We made the right choice with Hoax. Aaron says I still hate cowboys.
Sticking with it.
This is I don't like this. What you talk while I process.
Ooh. I don't know. I think I'm leaning This Is Me Trying. I don't think I love Cowboy Like Me as much as you do. I don't know if it's a harder decision for you, but
it is hard for me, but I think I have to go This Is Me Trying.
Yeah.
It sucks though. I don't like this decision. Christina, what do you think between these two? Oh, hard one. I know. It's a very hard one. I don't like it.
It's really hard though.
It is really hard. Yeah, I think you're right. I think This Is Me Trying takes it. But I think Aaron agrees. Even if I liked Cowboys, I think This Is Me Trying is just better. Yeah. 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 Okay. All right.
It's tricky. I don't know why we keep doing this to ourselves.
This is like this is the equivalent of eating like really spicy food, like that like makes you cry and puts you in pain. It's like, why do we do this?
But you just keep doing it anyway.
Why do we like pain? All right, This Is Me Trying. I'm so sorry, Cowboy Like Me. I love you.
Love it.
Illicit Affairs versus Long Story Short. Illicit Affairs.
It's Illicit Affairs for me too. It's really good. Like, I think Long Story Short is a bop, and like has value. When I listen to it, I turn it up or whatever. But like, yeah.
Yeah, she did such a good job with Illicit Affairs.
Yeah.
Like it's.
I like, yeah.
No. Aaron said, "I'm already thinking of other brackets you could do. I love this shit." Yeah, we could totally do more brackets.
I could do this every week.
Well, now that I've discovered this site, like I think it's great.
Yeah, the last one I think we found a bracket that like somebody else had.
We did, and
together,
I had it in Photoshop, and we were like filling it in on Photoshop. Yeah. This is way better.
I filled one in on Google Docs. I don't even know where it came from. Like someone did like a Google Sheet bracket, and it was like compiling all the answers.
All right, I think it's Illicit Affairs all the way through.
Yeah.
If that's what everyone's saying. Looks like.
I think it's across the board.
All right. So sorry, long story short. It's great. Ooh!
I don't even know what's next because I turned off my bracket. So
it is Margaery versus 'Tis the Damn Season.
Oh, no.
This is not fair. You can't make us cut the Dead Grandma song.
You can't. That's not nice.
Christina wrote, "Oh no."
Yeah. No.
This is okay. I think that if I was on an island and I only had one song, I don't know if I could emotionally handle Margaery on repeat, and I could handle 'Tis the Damn Season on repeat.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true for me.
I don't like it though. It's not good. Oh man. What would my dead oh, Aaron's going Margaery. She said, "What would my dead grandma say?" That's true.
That's where I'm at. I feel like I can't.
Fuck. Oh. Fuck. Christina, do you have any thoughts? Because I think Kyle's torn. And we have one audience vote for Margaery.
See, now there's 4 people, so there's no tie break.
Uh-oh. Is there 4 people? Oh, well, we have 7 people watching. People, where are you? Type
People
us.
need to comment. Get in there.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, this is... I think 'Tis the Damn Season is my fave on the whole album. Kyle laughs at that.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
Wrong. I'm on the struggle bus on this one.
My favorite got cut very early from Evermore. Champagne Problems did not justice for Champagne Problems.
So you picked 'Tis the Damn Season, right?
Yeah, I did. And I think Christina did too.
And Aaron picked Margaery.
It's on you, bud.
What do we do if it's a tie? If I pick Margaery, what happens if it's 2-2? Somebody else has to weigh in.
That's a good question. I could text my friend Shannon.
Somebody's got to weigh in.
Somebody. Yeah, Christina. Champagne Problems lost over. Was it Illicit Affairs?
Illicit Affairs.
Yeah.
It was a tough one.
I was not happy.
Majority rules.
We do need another tiebreaker though, unless.
Yeah, because I gotta go Margaery here. I'm too tied to it. I can't. 'Tis the Damn Season is the better song. I will concede that, no problem. And I guess like maybe that's what the answer is.
But it's you're so strongly connected.
Yeah.
And sometimes that takes that, that's more important than whether or not it's the better song.
Yeah, no, I think like you're right. Like if I had to listen to one on loop forever, I'd kill myself before the end of the day on Margaery.
Well, that's just it.
Yeah, see ya.
But the fact that it has that power, so we have 2 for 'Tis the Damn Season and 2 for Margaery.
I gotta go. I'm going Margaery. I have to.
I am too. It's too close to my. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know how we break this tie.
I'm gonna message somebody.
But get them to, type. Type it.
Okay, no, this is the person that wasn't able to comment.
Okay.
She said Margaery.
Oh no. Okay.
It's moving on.
Okay.
Thanks,
I'm
Holly.
so sorry 'tis the damn season, but
Tough break.
I love both of them so much that it's I understand.
Oh, so the person I messaged, she said her grandfather recently passed away, so that's where she's in the same spot as me. So
it's just the thing is with Margaery is like you can't beat that song. Like I think you're listening to me now, and like people want to hear that when they're grieving. So it's just very powerful. It's a powerful song.
yeah, no, it's going on.
It's going on. Wild. I can't believe 'Tis the Damn Season and Champagne Problems are no longer in the mix.
That's the thing with brackets.
Pretty insane. Okay. Coney Island versus Hoax.
I think I'm going Coney Island.
Me too.
Gotta make up some time here somewhere.
Me too. Coney Island. Any thoughts, audience people? I mean, I think we're gonna move forward with Coney Island, but I know Hoax is like ridiculously sad. I don't know. I just feel like Folklore is such a downer of an album. Such a downer.
I think given when it was written, and we were all in a pretty down place.
It makes sense
when it came out, and
it makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, Coney Island.
Moving on.
Oh, for fuck's sakes! Fucking Jesus! Oh my dear God!
I can't see it hasn't loaded yet.
Oh my God, no! Oh my God! Why do we do this?
This is so hard.
Why do we
do this? And the thing is, we're going to do it again another time.
Oh my gosh. Insane. Illicit Affairs versus This Is Me Trying. We need emotional support for this one, guys.
Where's my dog?
Type in the comments what you would pick.
I need my support dog somewhere.
I think This Is Me Trying takes it for me.
Also, Aaron.
This one's hard. Oh, let's read what she said. This one so hard, but I thought of it earlier and I landed on decision. I think I have to go with This Is Me Trying, but it's the hardest one. We still haven't gotten to the very fucking end, which might be even harder. It's interesting that like so many of our picks have been Evermore songs, but we might actually end up with Folklore versus Folklore.
I think that I was gonna say what I was trying to say earlier. I think is that like I think that the average song on Evermore is better. Like each, just like if you took like an average of like a rating or whatever. But I think like there's a few on Folklore that are like hit you in the feels or that are just really, really well written.
The impact might be a bit higher.
This is an example of this. Like these are both really good songs, and they're both better than a lot of songs on Evermore. But I'm going This Is Me Trying as well.
Okay.
Across the board.
And Aaron agrees, and Christina agrees. So see you later, Illicit Affairs. You're out of the mix. That sucks. Oh, God. Okay. Coney Island versus Margaery. Margaery.
I'm on a Margaery streak now.
Me too.
I like Coney Island. Like it's good, and I think like I like the allusion to the prior relationships, if that's a real thing. But Yeah, no.
Margaery. Okay.
I've been listening to Margaery far too many times to not
Aaron
let it move on.
agrees. Christina, hopefully you agree. So sorry, Coney Island, but I'm glad Coney Island made it as far as it did.
Although, like, I'm not like super in love with. I haven't listened to the National enough. Like, that guy's voice kind of is like hit and miss for me on that song, which is a little weird. But
yeah,
I have been listening to the National more since this stuff came out, which has been interesting. I haven't listened to them really much at all before.
So if there's any songs that you think I'd like, send them my way.
Yeah, a friend of mine is like a big Taylor Swift fan, and her husband is a big National fan. So they've kind of had a lot of like crossover the last few months going through this.
Crazy.
But yeah, I'm sticking Margaery here.
Same. All right. This is wild. Okay. I can't believe it's coming to this. Number one, I didn't think Champagne Problems would go so soon. And I didn't think This Is Me Trying would make it this far. I'm glad it has, though. Uh-oh. Remember, we're in the big leagues now.
Yeah.
We have to think logically. And we're going for best song. Not It's Your Therapy.
Yeah. Honestly.
We are going for best song, and I'm still gonna stick with This Is Me Trying. I'm so sorry. Oh. I don't like how easy that was for me, but I just think, oh. Christina, Margaery has made it far enough.
That's cold.
Oh, Aaron says,
See,
I don't know if I can do this. I love the song. This is me trying more, but the power of Margaery, I know. It's the power. It's the fact that her dead grandmother is singing over it. Like, Jesus Christ.
This Is Me Trying is the better song. So I have to do that.
Okay.
But
it sucks.
It
made it very far.
It did. Better than I thought.
Yeah. Okay. So is this the final round?
I don't know. I closed my bracket.
I think it is.
Watch Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
This is the final round. It is Exile versus This Is Me Trying.
And it's both folklore songs.
And I kind of thought that this would happen, even though so many folklore ones made it so many Evermore ones seem to win a lot. Exile for me.
I don't know. I just put This Is Me Trying through so many rounds. I feel like I've got like an attachment to it.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting because Aaron said This Is Me Trying. It's the one that sticks in my head.
The last one?
For this round. Oh, Aaron, just made me confirm that.
Because the last bracket was...
Yeah, that's true. We'll get her to confirm. So Aaron just confirm that it's This Is Me Trying over Exile. Oh, shit balls, Kyle.
Christina's just scared of Justice Vernon in a bandana.
It's fuck. I love that Taylor wrote a song. Holy shit, Aaron picked This Is Me Trying too for this one. And if I will, because now it's on Kyle. I love that Taylor wrote a song alone that was as powerful as This Is Me Trying, but I don't think it evokes the same feeling as that call and answer magic in Exile, and the fact that it's a perfect duet and perfectly balanced. You know, like he gets a verse, she gets a verse, and that fucking chorus, like it. I don't know. I still think it's the best. It's the best song on the two albums. I will stand by it. I'm going Exile, but I will also understand.
Holly in my DMs here is saying Exile as well. So you've got one.
Okay.
Got one there. Jack is credited as a co-writer of This Is Me Trying. just for fun. I think I'm gonna go Exile as well. I think like that the whole piano, the melody thing is too good to not put through or to.
And the build up.
Yeah.
But
really
also,
like his
This Is Me
performance
Trying
on
has
the-
build up too.
I really like his performance on the Disney one. Not that they're this, it's not the record, but I think like just his they're both performances on like the Disney thing are really good. I think I have to go Exile.
Okay. Looks like that's the winner then. We have a winner, I
feel
think.
dirty about so many of these.
We have a winner. What did it? Yes. Okay, we did it.
What happens when you click it? Is there like a big
I
thing?
get an image of the whole bracket here. So I can actually, I'll save
there it
this. I will save this. And
Dude,
that's it. We did it, you guys. An hour and a half.
that's not bad.
I kind of knew Exile would win. But it's not about it's just like All Too Well, right? We knew All Too Well was going to win too.
We did. That was a no-brainer. I think it's still a no-brainer.
I think it will still be, it would be interesting to do. God, it would take so long though. Like a full discography.
Yeah,
Best
you
song.
could do like, we did 64 songs last time. So you could double it. You could make it like a 128 song bracket, but like that's a.
It would be.
That's
It
a
would be
marathon.
a marathon.
We'd be
like,
here all day.
Yeah,
You could book 4 hours for that, and we'd still be rushing at the end. I think.
we would. I would, and I mean, people type to us and let us know what bracket you want to see. Maybe it's another combination of albums, like maybe Lover and Reputation. That could be interesting.
That would be tough.
Like we could do Lover and we could just do another album. Like those ones would be quicker if it's just one album. We could do other. Let's see what Aaron's saying here.
Pick top
I love
songs.
Exile and I'm a huge Bon Iver fan, but This Is Me Trying to think is slightly better. I think because it's just Taylor. Yeah, there is a point to be made about that. Yeah, and that's kind of where my mind went to. I was like, do I want to give her best song for the one that like she did with a man?
She co-wrote it with Joe though, which is kind of fun.
Yeah. So, but we would, Rep versus Lover would be really fun.
That would be fun.
Best song out of the two of
I
those.
really. Oh yeah, like one on each side. Yeah.
That would be interesting too. Like, and I don't know if how we did this was a good way to do it, or if we actually do it slightly differently. Like on this one, I paired up a song from each. But it would be kind of cool to have a for sure like best song from this album, best song from this album, and then they pair off.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Which one's better? So maybe for the next one we'll do that. We'll do it in that format. But even other bands, maybe we could do pop songs in general. That could be fun.
Yeah, I think we've got some overlap.
Yes, we do. And I mean, even if we don't, like, I
guess, yeah, we could always just listen to it.
We could send it to each other ahead of time and listen.
Yeah.
And that could be like homework kind of thing. 1989 and Reputation would be head-to-head better. Woo!
Let's see.
Reputation
We could do
versus
this all the time.
1989.
Reputation's really good.
It is. It's got so much hate, but I think it got so much hate because of Look What You Made Me Do. People hated
And
that song.
even that isn't as bad as people say it is. It's not.
I heard there's this one guy, I'm going to send you his TikTok profile because he does a lot of Taylor Swift stuff, but like he has a lot of like hot takes. And one of his hot takes that people came for him for was he was like, Me was a perfect single for Lover. And like he had reasons behind it. And yet, to say something like that was such a widely popular opinion that Me was not a good single.
I think a lot of the singles aren't great singles to like the fandom. But if you're not sure if you want to listen or whatever, and all of a sudden like Brandon Urie's on the song and he's got a popular song, and maybe you're an old emo kid like some of us.
Exactly.
It's,
Exactly. Yeah. So we have a winner. We did it. Exile wins. And I'm happy with that choice. What would your second choice be, do you think, out of all of these songs that we went through? As second best. If your personal second best song.
I don't know. I think like This Is Me Trying is probably a good runner up. Like I feel bad about Tis the Damn Season and Champagne Problems losing early ish. I feel bad about Nobody No Crime losing early. Like
I feel bad about I personally would probably pick Champagne Problems as my number 2.
I really like Tis the Damn Season.
And that would be higher up there for me too. Tis the Damn Season.
I obviously push Margaery through quite a long time.
I'm glad you did though, because I think it deserved it.
It's good. It's really good, and I think obviously there's a certain attachment that I have to it and that people have to it, and that's regardless of how you're attached to it. Like people have attachments to songs because it was a breakup song when they were having a breakup. Like I think doesn't really matter what it is that attaches you to a song. So
truth.
That's
the fact is that it attaches you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Aaron said you could do head to head of 2 pop stars with new albums.
Ooh, fun.
That would be fun. I'd also wouldn't be opposed to doing a Katy Perry bracket. I
was gonna say, I think you're a much bigger Katy Perry fan than I am, but I've been around a while on the Katy Perry train. So
you could probably pull your weight. Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, if it was like Teenage Dream versus, really, that's her best album.
Yeah, I haven't listened. I listened to Prism a lot. I don't know how much I've listened to since Prism.
Yeah. Aaron said I knew you would say that. But what if it was like Teenage Dream versus 1989?
Ooh, that would hurt. I'm in. I'm always in. But Teenage Dream is a good album.
That would be the ultimate pop album pair off, because Teenage Dream did so well. 1989 did so well. I think those are those 2 pop stars' best works, probably.
Yeah. I honestly don't know when the last time I listened to the second half of Teenage Dream is. Like the first half is just comes out swinging.
I'm trying to think if I have the track listing memorized. And I don't think I do. It's been so long.
I've sang Last Friday Night at late night parties more times than I care to admit. I want to do this now.
Teenage Dream album track list. See, so it goes. She opens it with Teenage Dream. So it's Teenage Dream, Last Friday Night, California Girls, Firework. Oh, Firework's number 4. Seems weird. Peacock, Circle the Drain, The One That Got Away. E.T., What I'm Living For, Pearl, Hummingbird Heartbeat, Not Like the Movies is the closer. Ooh, yeah, that was such a good album.
Katy Perry tie-in is that one of my favorite bands of all time is this Christian power pop band called Reliant K.
Yes,
I've listened to them since I was a kid, and the lead singer dated Katy Perry at some point.
What?
Yeah, and so I love these little webs I can draw in my head. I listened to Kelly Clarkson for a long time, and one of Kelly Clarkson's hits was written by Katy Perry and this guy.
Yeah, was it? I don't hook up.
No, Long Shot.
Oh, Long Shot. Oh,
it was written by Katy Perry when she was still a Christian pop star named Katie Hudson. That's
so funny. I did not know she dated him.
Yeah, his name is Matt Thiessen. I think this would have been 2000, pre-2000. I don't know when the years are, but.
Aaron said you're too obsessed with Katie, though. But that would be the thing. I'm also very obsessed with Taylor. So if I was doing Katie and Taylor albums, it would be equal amount, I think. But I think I like Taylor's music slightly more.
Yeah, I think
I have a personal attachment to Katy Perry, but I think in terms of her Taylor's just the better songwriter. I'm so sorry.
Well, Katie doesn't write a ton, right? She's got like a lot of like.
She has a lot of collaborators.
Like a lot of. I feel like Max Martin is all over her stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, just a fabulous performer. But
oh yeah,
I think if we're talking music, Taylor takes it. If we're talking who I'd want to hang out with, Katie takes it.
Interesting.
Because I
never like.
I just don't think Taylor would get along good with me.
Fair.
I think I'd be too intimidated by her. Oh, Miley Cyrus' new album. I like Miley Cyrus' new album. It has some bops and a not great one. I don't know what that means, which makes it good for a bracket. But don't know what you'd pair it with. Yeah, that's true. Interesting.
Yeah, somebody else would have to have a new one. So Matt Thiessen and Katy Perry dated from 2003 to 2005.
Holy shit.
There you go.
I had no idea because I knew she dated the Cupid's Chokehold guy, Travis.
Oh.
What's his name?
Oh, I saw Relient K a couple times in that year span. There we go. Anyway.
What's his fucking name? Travis. Gym Class Heroes. Now it's bugging me. Travis McCoy. Travie McCoy.
Travi. Okay.
Travie McCoy. Well, we're just getting off topic now. We did the bracket though. Is the main news right here. So definitely let us know if you want to see more of these because I love doing them. Do you love doing them?
I do. Yeah, and like we do this anyway. I think. Somebody else may as well.
Might as well record it and stream it. But this was so fun. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. And I'll be sure to reshare this link to share with all the Swifties in your life. Might be fun to see if other people do this bracket. Maybe I'll post it in like the Taylor Swift Reddit or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And like
I think like it's fun to have like participation too. Like, oh, we could do a Carly Rae Jepsen one.
Two of her albums? Would it be like Emotion versus Dedication?
Yeah, something like that. That would be amazing.
Oh, yes. I'm in for that. Now, would we get viewers for that, though? Because not a lot of people.
It's hard to say.
We could just record it.
That was the other thing I was thinking of, is that the guy, Matt Thiessen, that dated Katy Perry, he also co-wrote the Owl City Katy Perry song. Good Time.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because him and Owl City are buds.
Oh, holy smokes.
Anyway.
Lots of connections here. Well, I think we'll close out the stream and close this out, but this was so fun. Thank you, Kyle, for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I literally could do this all the time.
I know, right? And we will. Maybe it could be like a monthly thing.
And I'm sure if I go back and revisit it later, I'll disagree with myself on half of them.
I know, right? I actually I feel good about my choices. I think.
I feel pretty good too. Like I think like there's a few that I could go either way, but I don't think like the next round it would have mattered that much, so I'm not gonna like stress about them. But
yeah, exactly.
There's bound to be one or two that somebody come after me for, but
yeah,
that's the fun part.
Not a lot of crazy Swifties in our chat, and maybe we should be thankful for that because Swifties are insane.
They can get out of hand.
They can get really personal with them, and
like
music is relative. It's all how you feel about it.
We're very, very tame in the big scheme of things in the fandom, so.
We are. We gotta plug our shit. So you gotta check out 902 BrewCast with Kyle.
Yeah, we have been a little bit, I'll say, dormant because most of our content is derived from driving around the region to various breweries. Which
that's true. Shit. Do you Zoom with people?
We have been doing some Zoom. Our last we do tasting episodes where we really just sit around and drink and talk about it, but we kind of zoomed in 3 or 4 people last time to talk about different things on the go. So that may be something we have to continue to do
right.
As life goes on. Like when the bubble was open in July, we went to PEI and did a few episodes that we were able to kind of release throughout the summer and into the fall.
That's good.
Since then, it's been we can't really go anywhere.
COVID ruining everything for everybody.
Certainly, Tony's got a baby and Phil's working nights now, so like scheduling is kind of a nightmare anyway.
Right.
But yeah, that's us. 902 BrewCast. This is our
check them
logo
out
on a glass. It's empty now, unfortunately. But
hell yes, and obviously check out Intoxicated too.
Yeah, of course.
Both of our podcasts. You guys better subscribe. But we don't have a music podcast, and I mean, we should, but I think Kyle and I are both way too freaking busy.
Yeah, I'm in the time of year now
music
where
podcast. I've always wanted to though. If my life ever opens up to have the space to do it, I will. But it's when you take on a podcast, you got to make sure you have the space.
Yeah,
and both
I've thought
of us
about
probably
it, like,
don't.
same as you. Like I've thought about it. Like I've thought about doing whether it's podcast or like YouTube of reviews or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just like, man, time.
Well, that's just it, right? And what's good about YouTube is you can just do we can do one-off things like this that are fun and gives us both content.
Yeah.
But you don't get the commitment of like having to do a podcast where you're committed to a schedule.
A release schedule, yeah, for sure.
But I always say, like, in my dream world, I'm a pro podcaster who just I would have a beauty podcast, I would have a music podcast, I would have Intoxicated still, and I would do like a self-help one. Like I would have just all these podcasts, but it's just like, yeah, that's not reasonable right now.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm in the time of year for work where I can't do anything now from here till July, basically. So
yeah, there you go. Well. I appreciate the time you took to do this.
Hey,
and we'll do it again. And thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna close the stream. See you later, guys.
Thanks.
We're gonna.